Most skinny guys will never build their dream physique. And that's not because they are lazy or they don't want it bad enough. It's simply because they wasted years in the gym focusing in the wrong thing. They show up in the gym every single week, do a bunch of reps, jump on any machine that they feel like. They don't have any structure in place, and they wonder why they're not making any progress. I saw this play out in the gym just a few days ago. Two new guys show up in the gym, completely lost. They don't know what they were doing. They went from doing leg extension, bicep curl, lateral raises, just some random stuff that you can actually tell these guys have no clue what they're doing. And here's the thing, I wasn't judging them at all because that used to be me. Years ago, I was this skinny guy in the gym, just wandering around, not knowing what to actually do to build muscle. I was very confused, very frustrated, and I was wondering why I wasn't making any progress. And today, I'm going to show you the one thing that finally changed everything for me, and how you can use it to build a physique that you are actually proud of. Even if you have been stuck in the gym for months or even years, this is going to solve everything for you. When I first started training, I had no clue what I was doing. I do watch random workouts on YouTube, scroll through Instagram all day, and I was copying the biggest guy in the gym, hoping that something will finally work. But at that time, my workout looked exactly like the guys I saw in the gym a few days ago. I would do leg extension over there, bicep curl, some random chest workout, or sometimes I would use some random machine that I've never used before. And I still remember till this day, at the end of every workout, I would just do some random ab workout, even though that wasn't necessary at all. And I always make sure before I leave the gym, I'm always sore. Because at that time, I thought, if I'm not sure, that means I'm doing something wrong. After months of doing that, I look exactly the same. No size, no strength. I was just still skinny and very frustrated. I thought maybe I wasn't blessed with the genetics to build muscle. Or maybe I wasn't eating enough protein. And at the same time, I thought probably I'm not training hard enough. So I did what most people do. I started adding more exercise, more reps, more sets. Or sometimes I used to push myself to failure or even beyond failure. And guess what? Over time, I just burned out. It wasn't until years later when I finally learned the truth. And the main problem was I didn't have a solid plan that would guarantee I would build muscle over time. And until I fixed that, nothing would have ever changed. Now, here's the truth that nobody talks about when it comes to building muscle, especially if you're a skinny guy with bad genetics. It's not about how many random exercises that you do in the gym. And also, it's not about how sore you feel the next day after your workout. And it's definitely not about doing some flashy exercise that you just came across from your Instagram. It's all about progression. Every single week, you need to beat your past self. You can do this by lifting more weights, doing more reps, or sometimes doing the same weight but with better form and better technique. If you don't get this right, you will never build muscle no matter how hard you train. Let me explain why this matters with an example. Just imagine you are building a house. Each brick that you lay down represents a step forward. If every week you lay the same amount of brick, that house will never get bigger. You need to add more bricks over time. And that's exactly how muscle works. Now here's where a lot of skinny guys go wrong. So normally this is what they do. If you are doing bench press with 40 kg, let's say for 10 reps, the following week, you do the same thing with the same weight. And the main problem is you're not tracking. Most of the time, skinny guys don't like to track their workout. And that's not because it's hard, it's simply because they're just lazy to track their workout. And they wonder why they're not making any progress. And that's what I call junk volume, because you're just training without making any progress. It's just like running on a treadmill. You're just running, but you're not going anywhere. And the solution is very simple. Make sure you track everything. But these are the main things that you need to track. How many reps you do, how many sets that you do, and how hard was those sets. Sometimes you have to track the level of intensity. And that is, have you trained to failure, close to failure, or have you trained beyond failure? And if you do this correctly, you will know exactly what you did last week. And when you come back in the following week, your aim is to beat those numbers. Over time, those tiny wins will compound. And that's how you're going to go from skinny to jacked really fast. All right, now let me give you a 3-step plan you can start today. Step 1, pick a plan and stick with it. Don't just wing it. You need to pick a proven program. You can either do upper-lower split 4 times a week, and those sessions are going to last anywhere from 45 minutes to max an hour. Or if you're training 3 times a week, you can do full body workouts. And you need to follow this program minimum 8 weeks to 12 weeks before you change anything. Step 2, make sure you track everything. Make sure you track your reps, your sets, and the level of intensity of your workouts. And you can do this with a notebook or an app. It doesn't really matter. And step 3, make sure you beat your last week record. You can do this by adding more reps, more weights, or you can also do this by improving your form. And it doesn't have to be a big jump. Even if you are like 1% better every week, trust me, over time, that will compound. And that's how you're going to go from skinny to jacked really fast. On this channel, I help skinny men build muscle without no bias, no nonsense, and not overcomplicated approach. Alright guys, this is the end of the video, and make sure you take action, make sure you apply this, and I'll guarantee you will start to make real progress. For now, I will see you in the next video.